Welcome to the pitch video for our game Sqube. To start off, we'll introduce the team.
I'm Robert Wade, team leader and sound designer.
I'm James Harrop, mechanics and level designer.
I'm Harry Barnes, an artist.
Hello, I'm Tom Fry, and I'm an artist for this project.
Hello there, I'm Anthony Isherwood and I'm lead programmer.
I am Flubz, the co-leader, level designer, and artist.
I'm Daniel Huddleston, and I am the mechanics and general programmer.
And I'm Jordan Thorpe, gameplay and general programmer. The world is slowly dying, and knowingly or not, we are killing it. Sqube is a 3D puzzle game set around a cube planet that reacts to the player's choices. Sqube contains a series of puzzles intended to engage and enthrall the player. The basis of our game is the issues surrounding environmentalism, how even the smallest change in our lives can have a big impact upon the planet. We decided it would be a great idea to create a game that shows this effect. As the player progresses through the game, depending on their actions, the planet will either become more lush and vibrant or barren and tamed. To complement this, the main character will progress in the opposite direction. As the planet becomes weaker, the player becomes stronger. In contrast, the planet will gain in strength as the character gets weaker. This is portrayed in one of our game mechanics. The game is set on a cube, where each face is split into a small grid like that of a Rubik's Cube. The character and the level completion point will be in different locations on the cube, and your goal is to aid the character in reaching said point. When you press a button to start the level, the character will start walking forwards, and when they come to an edge where two faces meet, they will pass over from one face and onto the next. If they happen to bump into an obstacle, such as a tree or a rock, they will not be able to continue, and the level will need to be restarted. In order to guide the character to the exit, the player must place tiles onto the grids that will have different effects when stepped on by the player. There will be tiles that rotate the character 90 degrees clockwise or anti-clockwise, and one that rotates the character 180 degrees. As well as tiles that affect the player directly, there will be ones that when stepped on affect the entire face of a cube, altering the landscape in order to help the player reach their goal. Here is a list with all the tiles that will be used in the game. Character rotation tiles. 2 tiles that rotate the character 90 degrees in either a clockwise or anti-clockwise direction. 1 tile that rotates the player 180 degrees so they walk back in the direction they came from. Both of these types of tiles will be placeable by the player. Planet rotation tiles. 1 tile that will rotate a row or column on the planet in the direction indicated. 1 tile which rotates the current face the player is standing on either clockwise or anti-clockwise. These tiles will not be placeable by the player, and may be pre-placed on the level, which is where the puzzle aspect of Sqube comes into play. Unique movement tiles, a fall-through tile that will allow the player to drop through to the other side of the planet. A gravity flip tile that will allow the player to move to another planet, increasing the complexity of the puzzles. A doorway that the player will step through to come out of the corresponding doorway elsewhere on the planet. Again, these 3 tiles will not be placeable by the player. However, the ramp tile that will allow the player to jump over the next tile in the direction the character is moving will be usable by the player. We decided to implement our rhetoric of environmentalism further through a collectible token. There are 2 different types, only one of which will appear on each level. One that will make future planets appear more lush and full of greenery, whilst the other will make them appear more barren and dangerous, replacing water with lava and making trees dead and dull. The effect that the pickups have on the planet will have the opposite effect on the player. While the planet thrives and flourishes with vegetation, the player will visibly become weaker and powerless. The art style we have chosen for Sqube is 3D cel shaded. We believe that it will be more impactful to show the slightest change in the world in this art style than any other. This will provide players with a powerful visual feedback. Also, as the game is aimed towards everyone, we feel that this art style will appeal to the younger players, whilst more mature players can still appreciate it. We also believe the rhetoric of environmentalism in our game applies to everyone. We have designed some concepts for our main character. We decided that in order to provide players with visual feedback to the character's current state, it will have a large head and a small body, similar to that of a pop figure. We have put together a Gantt chart that outlines all jobs needed for the alpha, beta and final polish, and shows how we are going to create the full game within a 9-week period. We are looking to have a fully playable alpha build by week 5, moving into beta from week 5 to 8, with a week at the end dedicated to polish. We believe that the scope of Sqube is easily achievable, given no hiccups. That is why we have given ourselves some stretch goals, ranging from the implementation of a level creator for players to achievements in the game adding replayability. Thank you for listening and taking the time to watch our pitch for Sqube. We hope to see you soon.